Hello and welcome everyone. We're back again for another week. Coming at you with more Final Fantasy XVI. Yes. In addition to this, I've been trying to finish up Final Fantasy VII Intergrade because I didn't do that section of the game and I want to do it before Rebirth hits PC. Thank you for the compliment. As always, we're going to start out with a recap. I'm going to try to make it shorter this week because last week's was like 15-20 minutes. It was way too long.
Back again?
No.
Allow me to educate you. Study it well, Clive.
Welcome to Final Fantasy XVI. It's a fantasy based in some sort of realistic, like dark fantasy, think something along the lines of Game of Thrones. It's a world where magic is actually not common. The folks that do have magic are called bearers, and they tend to get branded by their countries and forced into servitude. We start our story with the branded of, or the bearer. Many B words. The bearer, Clive, and his younger brother Joshua. Joshua is what's known as a dominant. Dominants have the ability to transform into icons. They think the summoned monsters from previous Final Fantasy games. He is Phoenix. Clive is sworn to protect him. They fail to protect him, and because a second dominant of fire, which is theoretically impossible according to everyone, arises and kills Joshua. Clive bears witness to the entire thing and swears revenge on the second dominant of fire. Fast forward through time, and Clive, now forced into imperial servitude by his own mother, is forced to kill the dominant of Shiva. In doing so, he finds out that that's actually his good friend Jill from childhood, and decides that he's going to kill his companions instead of Jill, and in doing so catches the attention of a man named Sid, who is the dominant of lightning, Rama. He teaches Clive about his way of the world, where he wants all of the bearers to be free to make their own choices, live their own path, and make their own lives the way they want to. Clive is so single-minded in wanting to get revenge on Ifrit, though, the second dominant of fire, that he sets out on a personal revenge quest. He is hounded constantly by the dominant of wind, Garuda, a woman named Benedicta, and eventually finds out that the second dominant of fire is actually himself, and this throws his life into chaos. He gets over it eventually, kills Benedicta. Benedicta is the lover of a man named Norn Kupka, who is the dominant of Earth, Titan, and Clive joins Sid officially. In doing so, they decide to go after their real goal of taking down the Mother Crystals, which provide all of the magic to the world, but also slowly sap the world of life-giving energy, like allowing the trees to grow and stuff, because people also break off pieces of the Mother Crystal so that regular people can use magic, not just the bearers. We destroy the first Mother Crystal with Sid. Sid dies in the process. The through doing so, we open up a portal to an eldritch dimension, and out comes Ultima, who wants to take over the world or something. We're still not entirely sure his motives, other than he wants to use Clive as his vessel because he senses the immense power in Clive, because Clive can suck the energy out of other dominants, as he did with Garuda and Rama, gaining their abilities. Time jumps forward again after Titan destroys the base, and we decide that we're going to try and hunt down Lord Kepka because he destroyed our home base. But in doing so, we are provided an opportunity to take on a second Mother Crystal and get some absolution for Jill, because it was the country that forced her into servitude. So we go and destroy that crystal. Jill feels better because we've taken over what she wants to do, and we find out that Lord Kupka is attacking our hometown. Even though we know it's a trap, we decide to go anyways. We cut off his hands and steal his powers, but he's still alive. So we have to chase after him and go to his hometown, his world, his palace where he lives and everything. And there's another Mother Crystal there. Kill Titan. Kill the Mother Crystal. Continue onward. We try to skip the whole thing where we find out Joshua's not actually dead. No, he's Phoenix. He resurrected. That's what Phoenix does. Phoenix also has healing powers and stuff, and he's the one that contains Ultima inside of his body to prevent Ultima from acting as much, but Ultima is still able to act and stuff because, I don't know, he's super powerful and an eldritch being. We start heading to the Imperial capital to take on to destroy the Mother Crystal there. In the process, Bahamut, who has been working with Phoenix, Joshua, has been talking to them and learning about Ultima, and the Prince Dion, who is Bahamut, thinks that it's his father, kills his own father. Turns out that it wasn't his father, but actually his little half-brother, because his mother is also Clive's mother, is actually Ultima. And he takes control of Bahamut and sends him into a fury and starts destroying his own city. We go to interfere, we fight Bahamut, take Bahamut's powers after we beat him. Prince Dion seems to be still alive, but we destroy a fourth Mother Crystal. Now the end of the world has started happening because we have plunged everything into absolute chaos. Or Ultima has made his move further and is now able to make more effect on the world because the barriers holding him back from the Mother Crystals is weakening. And then we've been heading to get to the last Mother Crystal and the icon of, I'm assuming, darkness, who's Odin, because Bahamut was light. And I think that pretty much covers everything up to the point that we currently are.
Is ever changing, Clive.
Yeah, we got a brief thing saying there are 8 elements. So my brain went, oh, that's the Final Fantasy 11 elements. So I'm assuming it's dark. Why? I was just trying to get through it as fast as possible. It still took 10 minutes. Problem is for me is that I would end up wanting to like add video footage along with it. That would require me to do a bunch of editing, and I'm gonna want to try to like do it kind of like how a TV show does it, where they like cut things down to the appropriate elements of what's gonna happen in this current episode. Yeah, I'm thankful that this game has a map, because it's like, oh, you've got a map timeline that shows like every event that happened in the game. I can use this while running through and talking about it. I agree.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Better manners, Clive. Everyone's favorite character. Yes, those are the Helldivers. They are spreading democracy. Can't you tell by their screeches?
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track.
With his ketchup spill?
They must not reach Tabor.
Just spilled ketchup all over his clothing and he's got asthma.
Lord Cougar.
Rest well, soldier.
Also, I think technically only Joshua has healing magic. I don't think Jill does.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
it. We got here in time.
It's this week since there's not such a long gap between last time I remember how to play immediately.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
Some of the Final Fantasy games have actually like gone into detail about like what each healing item actually is capable of doing, and like there are some things like mortal wounds that they actually cannot deal with. Final Fantasy V in particular, a character dies and they actually like try to use elixirs and Phoenix Downs on him and it doesn't work.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor. Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
I think it's like been kind of dark because it's, you know,
You seem
the end of the world
familiar.
with the weird pink sky.
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore.
You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Nationalism is a hell of a drug.
Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Very weird for us to have a choice here, though. they what? Yes, I can hear you. Say something now? Why are you coming through that channel? That's not right. You're coming through the same, like, mic channel as me.
Look it up.
Wait, no, you're
I
not.
don't remember.
No, you're not coming through at all.
Yeah, my voice out the
Hooray!
other day.
Yeah, me too. Love him so much. Yes, I appreciate it. I am struggling to find where your voice is.
Way too long.
I think we have found your voice. But it's picking up me in that channel 2 now. What the fuck? No.
4 months. It's been like 4 months.
I don't even remember what I was talking about before we started doing tech issues anymore. Oh, right, the guy. I can say what I said about the guy. The choice of do you fight this guy or not would be hard for me because I would want to fight the guy, not because I would want to kill him, which is probably what the game would force you to do, but because I would want to rattle him a little bit and be like, look, I have hit you once, I have knocked your weapons away, you cannot win this fight against me, please just fucking leave and go cherish your family and the fact that you're still living, etc., etc., so forth. That would be the only reason I would pick Fight Man. But knowing how these games work, if we had picked Fight Man, we would have had to just kill him.
Yeah.
And I do not want to kill the man, I want him to live. But like, in this situation that if I found myself in the situation Clive was in, I would try to rattle him a bit and be like, okay, look, you are outmatched. I just want you to go live your life, please. Okay, bye.
So, the thing that bothers me is that it's a choice because it does not make sense for it to be a choice when the game has already had a very, like, weird take on the concept of, like, revenge and taking revenge. Early on, we set out with the task of getting revenge on Ifrit. We are Ifrit, so we can't actually take revenge on Ifrit, but we don't know that at the outset. In doing so, they are like strictly showing that the pursuit of revenge is very silly and should not be done. because like you're just tearing yourself apart, as in quite literally have to fight yourself to get over this like
Girl voice.
terrible
Harley's
thing of
voice.
revenge. And then you immediately afterwards have to take revenge on Lord Kupka, but that's presented as virtuous and the right thing to do. And it's like, but you just said taking revenge is bad.
Wait, did we take? Oh yeah, I guess we kind of did. I felt like we attacked Lord Kupka not for revengeance sake. We did it because he was in the way of something. Like revenge was like a bonus feature, kind of.
But we
Sorta.
chased him down because he was attacking our hometown after he destroyed our base and killed several of our comrades.
Yeah, that's true. Like I feel like revenge was not the primary reason we went after him, though.
But then when you go back to the base and talk to everybody, there's like, oh,
Yeah, everyone's like,
revenge has
"Woohoo,
been
guy's dead!"
filled. Thank goodness.
Yeah, that was a little weird. That's true.
So it's weird to like turn around and be like, oh, now we can take the higher ground and be like, no, Mr. Guy, revenge isn't the answer.
How is that pastry?
Revenge, bitch. Don't do it.
You should take care of yourself and your own wounds first.
Is it from Wildberry?
Ah, it's Better Manners Clive.
It is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister. Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
Oh yeah, wasn't the guy on the right being horny with the guy on the left?
I thought he was being horny with Ultima.
He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Oh no, the ketchup!
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Mythos is Clive.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by by extension their dominance.
Not to be
are meant
confused with
be
the god Light.
subjects. And while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote,
See, there's this thing called a
I will be
lake.
accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold? Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Carava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
I appreciate that the side quests are like right along the same path right now.
Yeah.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Oh boy, we got another Pokemon badge!
For as long as you bear it.
Hell yeah,
That's
almost
6,
done.
right?
6 or 7, I've lost count.
No, you are dismissed.
Almost every Pokemon has to obey us now.
To Canva then.
We'll talk about this later.
Go, Bahamut, I choose you!
Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities and a sea?
We missed a side quest. We must go back. What are you doing way up there?
The fuck down from there!
Are you buying or selling? Anything else? Of course. A fine choice.
Beneath the flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
You! Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from
I need...
I'm just a
I have the urge to draw Clive as a Pokemon trainer.
The university. You're a scholar.
A specialist.
With a million badges on his vest.
The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead?
Are you elevated if you can't go upstairs?
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is.
Sorry, Clive can't
What's
read.
the letter?
Courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stone.
His mom didn't think it was worth teaching him how to read.
3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
And we'll find out what's on the other side of those stones right after our commercial break here.
Oh man.
Stretch, get water, take care of yourselves. Use the restroom. We will be back in like 3 minutes.
Very good.
Hooray! All
And we're back. I can. There we go. You're unmuted. I didn't unmute you the first time unintentionally because my programs are being frustrating.
Welcome to Unmuted, a show about microphones.
Let's go read some tablets.
How are those new boots treating you?
You know what? I would take the advice of a person who tests microphones with a show called Unmuted.
Yeah. A good title for a microphone podcast.
Yeah.
I found a treasure chest. That's what he wanted, right?
I think so. Wait, did you just fucking kick this box open that belonged to probably that guy next to you? And just like, yeah, this is mine now. I found the box. Like, huh? Like, excuse me, sir, those were mine?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
You tether it?
Not a scratch on them. Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less?
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
What did that lady say about the elder that we passed a minute ago?
I wasn't paying attention to the incidental dialogue.
I misheard her. Did you notice? The elder has been copy-pasted. I'm like, hold on, what? they're becoming self-aware. Oh no.
Where is she? Gotta find this now.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
Nor do I, dearie. In all my long years, I've never seen such.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalaman.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you, madam?
Ego.
I wish I was paying more attention and I could have looked down and seen what the subtitles said, but I swear that's what I heard is, did you notice? The Elder has been copy-pasted.
Whoever it is, they're not talking about it anymore. They know too much, and they know we know too much.
The devs patched them out immediately.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Nope, forgot it all.
Sorry, we were too busy trying to find the copy-pasted elder.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What
Like
did you
10
learn
feet away
of
from one of them.
people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
I didn't know there was gonna be a test.
The first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold.
Good King Moggy Mog.
Till ends the
I was
mother's
tempted
labor.
to ask you to touch that one.
Pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem
Please look at my
powers of this
badge.
city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder. The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, One for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones
Apparently, because every scholar comes here and then passes out in front of the stairs and is like, "Oh, too many stairs."
Too many by far.
Yep, that was the answer. Too many stairs.
Too many stairs.
Too many stairs.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or
Definitely for me.
The free cities and the sea.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Yes, for the side quest, I must go kill a dragon.
Happy Appreciated Dragon Day. We're going to kill them. Or was that yesterday?
I don't know.
I appreciate my friends every day, so I don't pay attention to holidays like that.
I don't pay attention to holidays either.
Holidays are all made up.
And they're
literally we made all of them up.
Yeah, they're peer pressure from dead people.
Some of them are. Some of them are peer pressure from alive people.
No, the people that created the holidays are all dead.
No, but there's some like new age holidays that are from people still alive. Like I sincerely doubt Appreciate Dragon Day was made it's probably recent, my guess.
I mean, it's also not like an actual holiday, it's just like a what do you call it, like a remembrance or something.
There's an event that work is holding where they're celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. Day by having a post your dreams on the whiteboard or some board or whatever. And if I was working on Monday, which I'm not, I would be so tempted to put something along the lines of, I wish I worked for a company that gave me paid holidays. just to be like the cheekiest motherfucker imaginable.
It's a really gross way to respect that day too.
Yeah. Which, you know, not really a surprise that they took the wrong thing from it, but it is what it is. I can choose to take the day off and not get paid, so I'm doing that. Because it's the last time I can do it until I think it's President's Day, which is in May. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, punch that thing. So, like, even though I will now know the whole story after watching you play this, I'm still going to want to play this just because the combat looks so fucking satisfying.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I also extremely want to stream Punch God Man
Yes.
game.
We will do a Shira's Wrath after this one.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
I'm hoping it works out that I can use the commercial breaks as actual commercial breaks.
What do you mean? Is there commercial breaks in?
Yeah,
Shira's Wrath?
there's the like commercial bumpers like an anime would have, you know.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, that was Joshua. I was like, who did the giant fire attack?
Oh, they're the fire guy.
I'm the fire guy. What?
No, you're fire guy number 2.
Yeah, I
Josh
forgot.
was the original fire guy.
I forgot.
You're the carbon copy. The not as cool one.
Maybe. But it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Still plenty of fight in him as he's, Clive says it while getting knocked to the ground. You lose. Okay.
You lose.
That took me way too long to parse what he said. Because I heard Cthulhu and then U2s, and I'm like, like I just could not properly parse the words that came out of his mouth.
This is like the other half of the other area. Let's just teleport back.
Boop, 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 boop.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Oh, okay. I also can't unsee it since Katie pointed it out last time. Every time you talk to an NPC, they just move so unnaturally.
Yeah.
Like, their models are really well done, but, like, none of the their mouth moves and their head moves. Like their face doesn't move.
I noticed it before.
Did you say anything?
No.
The free cities
Okay.
and the sea?
I just didn't see it until they like something always made me go like something doesn't look right, but I couldn't put my finger on it until Katie pointed it out and I was like, oh damn, that's what it is.
I understood that like I talked about last week. I understand that where they were cutting corners so that they could make everything else better. Like that
That's
doesn't
fair.
bother me.
It's not it bothers me, it's just like now I can't unsee.
Like they have excellent writing and good voice acting and stuff, and that covers the fact that you've got two mannequins standing apart from each other. Like I don't.
Yeah. Well, they have okay writing. I don't know if I'd call it excellent.
Well, yeah.
As we discussed earlier with like the revenge thing.
Yeah, I've definitely got my issues with thematic elements, but like moment to moment is fine. Like it's written.
Yeah. As a whole,
like,
I still think this has been a very good experience.
Yeah, it's been written with like a consistent style and everything, and I do not mind that they're going for like M rating, even though I'm sure some folks are just like, oh, they're just trying to be edgy.
I feel like this game has its problems, and some of them are more glaring than others, but like I still think that as a whole, I still think this game just is hella good.
Yeah. I feel like it's starting to like overstay its welcome a little bit. Like, I feel like it's being padded a little bit too much with stuff when I'm just like, but we just need to like start wrapping things up. It feels like we're just kind of like going over in circles of, we don't know what his plans are, but we're gonna figure out what his plans are so that we can stop him. We don't know what his plans are though, but we're gonna figure him out. Just like.
Oh, fair.
Clive, smoke.
Is the city fallen?
No, not now, Joshua. We can smoke later. I just pictured he said that and like tries to pass Clive a blunt, and Clive's just like,
The free men are still holding their own then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse
Australia.
on the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Why do we have all these side quests in various places now? Cannot resist the call of the side quests.
Clive, just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Back to Eastpool.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy.
Time to clean up the mess.
Who the hell are you? Kill them! You will leave this place
or face the consequences.
Oh, I was muted, wasn't I? Dang it.
Yep.
When he said all I could think of is the fucking, who made this big mess? Camera zooms in like 5. Well, I gotta clean it up. It's only fair. Like the only thing I remember about that show was that the end of every episode was just like, look, I made a mess, so I'm cleaning it up. You should do the same, small children watching this television show.
I don't remember what show it is.
Oh, it's Big Comfy Couch.
Oh, yeah. Most of what I remember from that one is the like extreme flexibility of stretching to the different clock hours with legs.
What?
Yeah, she was like extremely flexible and like did leg stretches to each of the hours on a clock.
Oh yeah, that's right. I definitely tried to imitate that a few times with no success. This thing's name is Two Scoop. I love it.
Big punch.
Yeah, you tell him, dog.
Yeah.
Whose name I forgot again.
Torgal.
Torgal.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send the Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Not as nice as Westpool, but it'll have to do.
At least it's not Deadpool.
It's true. The pool is in fact alive.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Whatever you do, don't take the last name Stewart. You need many point. It does seem like kind of very good, to be fair.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
Oh, is this the one with the guys like, we're gonna go kill that guy, and then they just like didn't ever address that fact that happened? Okay, cool.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But
I
is
appreciate the
revenge
sentiment.
really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
Good loam here.
Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive.
So we're
May Grieger guide us.
still not participating in the combat side of things. We're going to make sure the people that can't fight get escorted out safely. Okay. Sure.
I'm conflicted on that because, like, did you have the option to say no?
No.
Okay.
I
Because
mean,
like
I had the
my
option
thought.
to accept or deny the quest, but I think like
Okay.
by the time that he was saying like we want you to escort the people out, that part wasn't the quest dialogue.
Yeah. Because it's like, part of me would hope that by telling him no, he'd have to rethink what he's doing. I'm sure they wouldn't, but it's just like,
But revenge is good.
Yeah, apparently.
Except if you're trying to get revenge on yourself.
Well.
Revenge is only good if it's revenge for multiple people.
There you go.
Quentin has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place.
I do not agree with this statement. I am saying the game's philosophy, not my own.
Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quentin. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lost Wing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin die before that bastard does.
All right.
Wait, revenge is a bad thing after all. Crap.
Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
I feel conflicted. Because as a player, my mind is like, yeah, we need to go hit thing. But as like a person, I'm like, flash worry.
Yep, another character's gonna die. It's been a while since we've had a death, though. They're luring us into a false sense of security.
Uncle's actually been dead for 3 episodes, we just don't know it yet.
No, Uncle.
Either that or Uncle was Ultima the whole time.
Uncle was Ultima the whole time. The ultimate twist. Oh, none of it would make sense.
Not at all.
Ready, go? Faster!
Why are you hissing?
too late.
Seeking revenge is only good if you have superpowers.
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no move, guard dog.
No. It's a relic piece that needs to be put down.
You are.
Watch. It looks like you had punched it so hard that it exploded. Thanks, Joshua.
If only we'd arrived earlier.
Giga Flare just does so much damage, it's like, why wouldn't I use it?
Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice. My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
So revenge is bad.
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck.
What if there are still people in there? Don't be a fool.
Mask. You have like the strongest person on the planet right next to you. Wait till he clears them out.
Quinton's not going to last long.
Then we finish this quickly.
I love your little optical orbs.
It's always good to have options. Aha, I found a trick.
I need to find Quinton. Quinton, look at me.
Turns out, yes, revenge is bad.
Get you out of here.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quinton. Save your strength.
Why? all that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lost Wing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family.
Yay! Another lesson of revenge sucks complete.
What the fuck are you on about? Let's create a nation. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that idea. Nations are good.
I love nation.
But you must be rewarded.
We've just been going around systematically, like, upending every nation in the game and sending them into turmoil because we're destroying, like, the power grid, essentially. And then they're like, let's make a new nation.
And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Can this game pick what philosophy it wants to go with and, like, stick to it consistently?
Nope.
They're not even, like, exploring different sides of it, which would be another way of, like, you know, going at it and saying, like, you know, there's all these different options. We're not going to give you a distinct answer. You have to decide the answer for yourself. They're, like, wrestling back and forth with two warring opinions.
Is it good? Is it bad? Is it Cheez-Its? Pay $2.99 to buy the DLC to find out.
A fine choice. Many thanks. Farewell.
If we're going to do this, will we?
Clive, your timing is impeccable.
There was a green symbol above your head. I came
At
running.
this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers,
we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
And it is time for us to take another commercial break. Please, get up, get water, get stretched, go to the bathroom. We will be back in 3 minutes time.
You do need more water, so I'm gonna go do that.
And we're back. Thank you for sticking with us. Let's get back to the game.
And I just sat back down. My timing was good.
Double checking to make sure that I switched it back over from the intermission. I can go this way now. Neat. Also, the goblins are good and I shouldn't attack them anymore. Except for these goblins who are still bad.
Everyone knows that goblins are evil if they're not the one goblin that's not evil.
Don't mind me, just gonna drift to the quest.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Do you still hear me?
Yeah?
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Both your stream and the stream I'm watching on my other monitor both froze at the same time, and I got scared.
Oh no.
So I think my internet just picked up for a second. Clive yell at any of the other icons?
Yeah, it's just like random whether or not he yells out the name.
Okay. I think I've only mentally observed him yelling Garuda.
Bahamut seems to be like the most rare. I think he's definitely yelled Titan before. Yeah, we just got Titan, you know. Started just idly swapping between them to see if he would say anything.
Fair.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat.
Look this way. That looks like a place where a hunt will be. Surdra's thread. Try to remember that because I'm gonna head back to the main base after this quest is complete, because I think we'll have enough reputation to get another goodie bundle.
Something the matter, Theodore?
Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you'll give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right.
More side quests?
We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then.
Is it trees?
Now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Just put a little quest marker above your head and we'll come running. We can
Just
sense
like
it from
last time.
halfway across the planet.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? Best of luck out there, Sid.
Ah, we could have just continued on that way and fought the pack, I think, is where they are. There's a black shield guy in Lost Wing.
Back again? How may I help you today? The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Check the missives and make sure there's not a quest in there.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Where could he be? I have checked all the places where I thought he would likely be. Maybe entirely through the cellar passage, which I thought I was already heading towards, but like, there didn't seem to be further way to go. But maybe I'm misremembering.
I'm not sure.
Ah, here we go. Huzzah!
Oh, that's a big gun you got there, buddy.
Let me and my water purge them of their sin.
You'll render me by mother's bidding.
Too slow.
Jesus. He almost brought that back on you.
Ow. That guy hurt.
Yeah, he almost brought that back to a win.
Your work here is done.
Aaron, I need to buy gold potions. Yeah, I need to buy gold.
I need to buy gold, please.
I want to power level my character. This guy says he'll do it.
I report you.
Oh.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
What? What is this?
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
Thank you, random unmarked cutscene.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
To what do I owe the honor? So, will it be? That it? Fine.
Hooray, I picked the right one. Man, it says south of Tabor, though.
The free cities and the sea.
Ah, this must be the pack.
My side, Vogel.
I don't think I've ever seen you use that one on like a single enemy before. It was just like, God, just shot him into space. Also, that charged up your rage meter hella fast. I guess you were like hitting all of them like 5 times a second, and there was like 5 of them there.
That was an interesting fight, since none of them had stagger bars.
It was just you bullying them until they fell over.
Yeah.
Mess with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
So, we can actually face this dragon. I was mistaken in that it was a region that we don't have access to. We actually do have access to the region. I just gotta read the clue again so I figure out where it's at.
Ah.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Dragon set half the realm of light. The way behind a magical mist. Go around the woodland passes of the Empire. Up in this region somewhere. The Dragon's Eyrie is a good enough place to start. I guess would be there at the croc, but I don't know. Hitting all the wrong buttons.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Chocobos can't fly, Clive. You're dumb.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, never mind. I'm dumb.
Usually it's property of black chocobos, but
The white chocobos are opposite because their color's opposite, so they super can't fly.
well, the one lightning returns can like glide, which is kind of close to flying. I think there's also like wind currents that you can use to pick up. I don't remember.
If movies have taught me anything, the gliding is just falling with style. That's what a toy told me. Out of context, that sounds insane. A toy told me about the properties of gliding.
Bought something here already, so... Oh, I guess it is here. Is it?
Why did you think it was?
Because I got forcibly dismounted, which is usually what happens when I'm heading to a hunt. But I think it's just because this is an area that, like, can't have combat. Or,
I thought, yeah, because like I don't have like access to your controls. I'm like, you just dismounted. Why did you think that?
It auto dismounts me at certain points.
Gotcha.
Let's go up to this other place. I think is where we fought Garuda at one point, so maybe that's where it is. There's dragonets here, and I feel like this is a good like fighting arena. I think what I'm gonna do is like kill them and see if that lures out the boss. It hasn't been a mechanic yet, but I could see them doing something like that.
Feels like a, yeah.
Alright. Where else? Might be places up here. I don't believe so. Just because this doesn't feel like the same sort of like terrain, I guess. I don't know.
There were ghosts at the gates, not
You needn't fret.
the creatures.
I'm sorry, can you turn around real quick? Okay, no, I think it... When did this game come out?
2023, I think.
Okay. I think it's just coincidence. That area you pass through is eerily similar to a VR chat world I was in like 2020. But like it's just it's just coincidence, but it's like picture for picture what I have in my memory, and it's just kind of creepy how similar that one little section looks.
Yeah. Check way over here, because I don't think we've been out here for any purpose. Yeah, I think the PS5 releases in 2023, and then PC on 2024.
Gotcha. It's probably just hello weird coincidence, but it's like it's a castle-y area. It's not that unlikely for it to just happen, but it's just like, damn.
Yeah. Oh, this is something at least. I remember finding another one of these. I don't remember if there's anything we can do with them right now. I don't think there is, but...
Did you just poke that thing and it was like, oh nope, fuck this actually?
No, it hit its leash and returned it back to its home point.
Still funny. Chronolis.
Equipped only with the feat and abilities of a single icon.
Let's see what's inside.
I feel like I want to do these right now, but that's neat.
So it's like a test of your mastery of a single a set of abilities.
Yeah.
Neat.
Like there's similar stuff in like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry. It's funny that it's still trying to be like that when it's not that. It's Ashura's Wrath. Not saying that is a bad thing. I like Ashura's Wrath a lot. This is such a big area to have to search.
This won't be easy.
More complex. And nothing else. Maybe over here on this bridge. Doesn't look like it because I think this is a gate that we cannot Proceed past. But hey, we got an obelisk that we didn't have prior. That's kind of neat. Oh, that's just a dead end. Okay.
Time to fight. You deserve a rest.
There was a quest there previously or something, because otherwise that's kind of weird to just have a doorway there.
Sometimes doors lead to nothing, Ed boy.
Alright,
No, you are not Ed, nor are you a boy, but I like that meme.
Yeah. Try this chunk down here. I mean, that's not a hunt, but it's weird that it's kind of like a unique creature out here.
Crab.
These things up here. That does not look like a dragon. I'm running out of places. There's that whole river valley.
Have you tried the one place with in the one area with the thing? I'm helping.
Yeah. I understand entirely what you mean. That's probably where it is.
You know, just go to the place where it is. It's easy.
Yeah.
Is it?
Go to the location that it's at.
Easy.
like to find and kill it before the next commercial break. I don't think that's gonna happen though.
Good girl.
A path, okay. Really dragons down here, but maybe that's part of the point. They're wanting me. There's a dragon. Not a big enough one, I don't think, but there's a dragon.
This won't be easy.
Still a chance. So there's apparently a beacon thing down here that I never got.
Bacon. There's they're holding Switch 2 like come test it parties in New York, Los Angeles, and Dallas. And it's like, no, I used to live near one of those.
That's not the hunt I'm looking for. Is that another, like, uniquely named thing, though? Yeah. You know what? I think we have to, like, there's that coral that's got a unique name, and there's this creature that's got a unique name. I think we gotta kill everything with a unique name.
Yeah. Punch them all. And they will all fuse into one entity and fight back. Like a very body horror Megazord.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
I just think it's too odd that there's like unique creatures around that have not been in any other area.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm on the same page.
That uniquely named? I don't remember.
Just
Nope.
punch it anyway.
E. Oh, please. I don't think that was one that was not like a fight.
Good girl.
Oh well, better safe than sorry. Wait, there's another green fool. Maybe those don't count? Or maybe I need to kill this one too?
When in doubt, do more destruction. Like that. Lots of punching. Do you ever have just like really dumb thoughts enter your head?
Yeah.
I'm looking at Clive and I'm just like, you think being on fire hurts?
Ready, go?
I imagine if you're aspected to it, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Be safe.
I could just get to that point in my night where I'm just like, my brain cells are all shutting down one by one. And I only have like 4 of those, so it's very quickly becoming a, I am dumb.
Nah. Sleep deprived is a fun state of being.
It's like being drunk, but without drunk.
Without the fun part.
I mean, it's still fun part. I'm here with you having fun.
That's
That's
fair.
still the fun part.
Yeah. We're getting very close to commercial break time. I am not succeeding at finding this before commercial. I'm gonna fight that unique coral though. Probably after the commercial break. But I feel like that's our best bet at this point.
Okay.
Did I pick the right teleport point? Close enough.
Good girl. Run like the wind. The Imperial Army must have tired of their pets. But if they won't feed them, neither will I.
This is also interesting. I've commented here, so that's different. But it's commercial time. Got carried away.
A Marshall.
Take stretches, get water, take care of yourselves. We'll be back in 3 minutes. And we're back.
Hooray!
Head and get back to it. See if these war wyverns are what lures it out. If not, we still got the squirrel nearby. Not that. Got lured out with the jump kicks from the chocobo. Come catch these talons.
We have nothing.
Where is that coral?
I stole it.
I thought it was around here somewhere. Wrong spot. Wait, there it is. Hit a level out of it. Still does not seem to have lured out a dragon.
Hmm. Have you tried yelling?
Wait a second. There's an area down here that has an unexplored region. Maybe that's it.
Faster!
Dragon?
You deserve a rest.
It stopped me. This has got to be it. Look, a dragon. Barog.
Elite.
Founder. This beast isn't to be trifled with.
This is a unique model, but we've fought a dragon before, I remember now. That hurt. Also very hurt.
Local dragon hurts.
Ow. Just drop meteors on me.
Apparently they can.
stagger him like 4 times.
Yes, to be fair, he is a little bit. It's a little bit higher level than you.
There's 10 levels. Those attacks are so silly. Oh. I want to save this for another time, I think.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it, it'd probably just take me a while.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting kind of sleepy. How long
Eh,
have we been here?
a little over 3 hours.
Okay.
I'm good to keep going, but if you need to stop, we can probably stop.
It is up to you. You're doing more of the work than I am. So,
Yeah.
like, I can be a little tired. I just have to sit here and look pretty.
Yeah. I just want to get more of the story done so that I feel like we're actually making headway and we'll get this game done Sunday.
That's fair.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
Yay, it's Gav!
Hi, Gav.
Any trouble on the road?
And Uncle! No, this is awful!
Oh no, that means he can die now. He's in our eye shot. That means he can have death.
We have like all the best characters. We got Mid here, we got Gav here, we got Uncle. Like,
oh no,
this is
place
bad.
is gonna get nuked.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them.
And we need to add more bolts.
What do you propose?
We split into 2 parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that.
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
I don't know what gutter snipe means, but it just... the way they delivered that line was great. I loved that.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed. They're wearing Waluna armor.
I think we're a little over-leveled for these guys. Jesus. I love how much stagger damage that does when you pull them.
That guy hurt.
Yeah. He did a good wallop on you. Make a player just take someone to the sky.
Oh? That kind of
There may
laggy
still be
there.
survivors inside. Where are they? These creatures. Does Optimus Prime extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
Where is your master? What does he want?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? I don't know why that popped in my head, but it sure is what it did.
Put that cookie down.
You said that right as I heard one from the back. Oh.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard.
His name is the name of Odin's horse.
Or not.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I have like a small like 100 by 100 JPEG somewhere of a picture of my Lullafell self being the Odin in Final Fantasy 14.
forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame.
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir.
Oh, spear.
That one.
Mythos. Yes! Yes!
Yeah!
Be still, my beating heart! One is seldom enough, would you not agree?
Actually, I wouldn't. Too slow.
Right, the Dusker is the squirrel that runs up and down Yggdrasil delivering messages.
Ah.
Enjoying yourself? More, Mythos! Give me more!
Okay, Great Fox.
I was about to say, please don't make this weird, sir.
Good.
Nice.
Got worried for a little bit there. I was out of potions.
Yeah, I got real close at the end there. Because you're out of potions, right?
Yeah, I was out of potions.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
I've defeated a horse.
right.
As are you, I see. We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Yeah, he's been looking at that corpse awfully hard. That's a little concerning.
Oh, hi. Odin's here.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Please, sir, I'm out of potions.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing.
No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
Yeah, you tell him.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Watch out for this Antetsuskin.
How many times is it going to take him outmaneuvering you to realize you can't just run at him like a dumbass?
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Gonna play as Shiva.
Oi! This way! Hurry!
What a good puppy got his sword.
reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Joe, no.
What happened in the last, like, in that fight that made it so everyone forgot how to dodge? Oh no, there's a big red beam coming at me. Maybe I should just think about it really hard. Ah!
That button got taken away from everybody.
Apparently.
Will you be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't
That's
save
a mood.
itself. It was Sid.
Yep.
Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad will have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
And that's gonna do it for us. I think I have to go here just to save though, so I'll head on in as we wrap up here.
Right.
I feel like
Gav said that
we take any more steps further, we're gonna be locked in for several hours. Yeah.
Yeah. That seems like a good enough stopping point. I am glad with the progress we made, even though I wasted a lot of time trying to find a dragon.
Well, we found it, at least.
Anyway, thank y'all for coming. We'll be back next week. Find y'all somewhere to raid over to. Go ahead and raid over to here. Why not?
That was actually going to be my suggestion.
Take care, everyone.
Later.